Yes.
So just going back to your Symbaloo page, which I think is excellent, a really excellent idea to summarize the tools there. Um, what are what are the top tools or the best tools? Because I saw you've used a lot. Did you find most useful for like collaborative work and collaborative learning?
So, um, without being, but I think perhaps Symbaloo can be collaborative as well. But the best tool that I have found so far for my project is Symbaloo itself, because um, in vocational school, students have problems with their digital skills so much that sometimes I teach them where to type the web address of a page. It really begins there, so it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But with Symbaloo, you just give out a single link and you tell them, do the first three tiles or something. So amazing, really, the best tool that I have ever used. And what's more, at the beginning of a project, it's very proud to it's a proud feeling to have a look at the tools. So as for collaboration, I like Lino, which
Okay.
looks like Post-it.
Yeah.
I sent you that, and there is also Padlet for that. And when I'm looking for a collaborative tool, I also like to find tools where you don't need any registration,
Yeah.
because that gives you a lot of work, takes a lot of time, and as I said, my students have problems with basic understanding even in Hungarian. So sometimes they cannot even fill out a single registration form. So I always try to find sites which do not require registration. So Linoit and Padlet, they are really the best. And TitanPad, actually, it has changed its name, but yeah, I think you can find it somewhere. And I like Google Documents as well a lot. And there is an option in Google Documents too that it won't require a Google account. So I like that as well. What else?
Well, thank you for the
Perhaps so Padlet and Linoit and Symbaloo, they are the best.
Yeah, thank you for your recommendations. I also have a similar requirement that they're very simple and easy to access and easy to use. I have an extra problem because um, a number of big useful tools are blocked here in China. They're banned. And for example, Google, I'd really love to use like Google Docs, Hangouts, all of that. But I can't use it here. And also, other tools for me, unfortunately, are really slow to load, even if they're not blocked. They're just because they're not hosted here in China. So it's a real problem. So I'm always looking for tools that I can actually access and give to my students. So I use Padlet. I found that easily accessible here. And I use Vocaroo, which is an online voice recorder, and that's super handy. Um, what was I going to ask you? Oh yeah, so just thinking about problems and overcoming problems. I guess we've spoken about some already, like the internet and actually having devices. Did you encounter any other problems during the project?
Um, so um, so equipment. That's
Yeah,
always so.
yeah,
Finding a proper partner,
yeah,
finding a great topic,
yeah,
and finding having proper equipment,
yeah.
and that these are already three
Okay,
obstacles.
yeah,
Well, actually, there are some more as well, but I think the outcome is always worth it. For example, I think, I don't know about you, but in Hungary, project-based learning is not something that is very well, I'm not saying respected, but at least known in Hungary. And there is a tendency, to look down on everything that you don't know about.
yeah,
And I have seen this many times. My own colleagues saying that I'm just playing at the lessons, or they know what I am doing during my lessons, and it's very very difficult because they think that I'm just fooling around with the students. they don't see the amount of work that I put in these. And I always tell my colleagues that even especially in vocational school, it won't be the test, the vocabulary or the grammar that these students will remember, but they will remember how they felt at your lessons, or the feeling they had when they went to your lesson, because we have a hard time keeping these students at school because they usually drop out. They go home. They don't wait for the seventh class to start at 2 o'clock. So I think this is something that teachers should really try to focus. And I don't know if I have mentioned that, but as you can see, these projects involve a lot more than a single subject,
Yeah.
like ICT, social studies, English, etc. So with a bit more collaboration between the teachers of different subjects, this could be even better. But I think we have a lot to do before other teachers start to see that, because I think the lack of devices and the lack of equipment can always be used as an excuse not to do anything. But if we are not doing anything, these students are here now. They won't be here in 5 years. So if we are waiting for a miracle, which will happen only in 5 years' time, these students will be gone. And they will be gone with their own negative experiences. So I don't know, perhaps a mind shift or a change in the way of thinking should be done, but at least not looking down on projects, saying that they are just playing, or sometimes my colleagues say that they don't have time for this because they are teaching. So somehow,
I
I
see.
don't know, as if playing or having fun would was the totally opposite of learning.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get what I mean,
I,
but
I
that's my. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. Um, I see that, yeah, what you're doing is misunderstood. And I think
Yeah,
that, I mean,
that's the whole point.
yeah, I think that, you just said that you won um, some awards and you won some recognition, and hopefully that will be the
Yes.
beginning of, I think that will open people's minds a little bit with that recognition. And I think that you did an excellent job, and I can't believe, wow, all the things that you did. I mean, I would be impressed
Yes.
with one of,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think yes, I think that what you said at the end about a mind shift or a shift. There's definitely a shift um, in the way that people do things, and therefore the way that people learn. And there is so much possibility and so many options when you talk about using online tools to solve some problems. So I think that you are very kind of innovative and imaginative and creative, and you've come up with something really practical and useful that will serve your students well into the future. So I would say
Yes.
keep
And
keep going,
sorry.
I would say keep going and keep your
Thanks.
head up. Yeah.
And I think once the students see that what they are doing or using might be useful for their future, they start to become interested. And I think
Yeah.
it's very important because you used to be a student as well. Sometimes we were sitting there and thinking, "Oh my God, why should I learn this? I will never use it in my life." And we can also see that there are some topics which cannot really be taught only in this way to somehow connect the students' lives and the real life and what you are doing at the lesson. That's the only way to give them problems, to really to treat them as partners, and they should come up with their own solutions to real life issues.
Yeah, yeah, PBL, problem based learning. Yeah, I think it's very useful, and I would like to
Yes.
experiment myself if I can in the near future. So my final
Yes.
question then is related to the future. I think you mentioned that you've got like a new project coming up. What are you working on now?
So I have two projects now. I actually was lucky because I participated at a training this summer where I could work on a timeline for my project. So I was lucky. In Hungary, we offer a training for project-based learning, which is excellent.
Okay.
It's funded by Intel. It's great. And I'm a trainer for this course, by the way, and they give out a lot of exciting materials and basically a starting point for those who don't have any connection with project-based learning. So I was participating in a trainer course for this, and where I set up the ideas for my project.
Mm-hmm.
So let me send you the link.
Okay.
This is one of my current projects.
Yeah.
So the title is Sound Mind in a Sound Body. So the idea behind this is that with my shop assistants, we
Mm-hmm.
try to figure out the cost of living healthy in both
Okay.
senses,
Yeah.
like calculating the price of food
Yeah.
with healthy or unhealthy ingredients, and also checking out some current diet trends.
Yeah.
And where we are at the moment, it's really funny. We made an introduction, but we introduced ourselves in QR codes. I like that a lot.
Oh.
And um, then the students created a word cloud about healthy food or health as such. What comes to their mind if they hear the word? Sorry, are you here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, it just went blank for a second.
Yeah.
So they created word clouds, and I have lost. Yes, my Explorer crashed again.
Okay. No problem.
Let me just tell you then. So they introduced each other themselves, then they created the word clouds. We also did some brainstorming
Mm-hmm.
with Answer Garden. Do you know this tool, Answer Garden?
Answer garden. No.
No, it's really great. Students just okay.
What is answer garden? Hello? Oh, let's stop again.